Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us, we are going to be taking a look at the CJRB Tigris. Right off the bat, this is a very interesting knife. Not interesting in a bad way, interesting actually in a good way. Now, for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm sure that A Therapeutic Edge has also reviewed this knife, so you definitely want to check out his review of it because obviously it's going to be different. As far as the coloring of this knife, I really like the look of it. However, I am not a huge supporter of the white G10 because it shows the dirt and the wear and the tear just, I mean, tremendously. It's just, so even though it looks really good, I don't think I would go with that color. Now, I know that there are other colors out there because, you know, I did a little bit of research on it, but if you can grab another color because you don't like the white, then absolutely do it. This has been a super fun knife. Now, this is actually on loan from Russell at Artisan. He did bring it by, and we're having a blast with this thing. Now, this knife is going to go for under $70, so it is $68.99. And for what you get, I think it is just an awesome knife. You are getting the CJRB proprietary AR RPM 9 steel blade in this great cleaver style. It does have a nice flat grind on it. You know, it's a big knife. It does weigh quite a bit. This is actually a prototype, so you're not going to find this one out there, I don't think, quite yet. But, I mean, there's something about it that it just feels really good in hand. And even for the size, even though the blade is so big, it's a really, really comfortable knife, which I have really come to appreciate this one. It's, like I said, G10 handles. You have a stainless steel clip. Unfortunately, for my lefties out there, due to the shape of the handle and the fact that they have molded the clip, they haven't molded it, but they have made the clip to the handle that you are going to be right hand only. So lefties, even if you like it out there, I am so sorry. I love the accents on here. I love the fact that they have a red aluminum pivot collar and a back spacer, which is pretty cool. The back spacer is going to act as a lanyard, but also, in my opinion, could be a good glass breaker. So that, or a good punch, that is really cool too. I think the G10 overlay, the white G10 overlay on here, gives the handle an even more kind of, I don't want to say futuristic, but a different, just a really different look to it. And I really do like that. It does run on bearings. The only problem that I have with this, it is hard for me to get into, and because I have nails again, it is harder for me to get into the liner lock on this one. And yes, it is a liner lock. It is a flipper, which you can see, and the flipper does stick out quite a bit. Not quite as much as one of the other knives I had recently, but it does stick out there. There is no jimping on it, so I can understand the need for making it protrude a little bit more so you can really get in there. This, though, I think it's the angle of the liner lock is what gets me. And again, if I didn't have any length in my nails, if I had my nails cut short again, this would not be difficult for me because I've seen A Therapeutic Edge get his hand right in there. For me, however, I do have to use my nails to open it and close it. All right, on this one, we are looking at about a 3 3/4 inch blade with a 3 1/2 inch cutting edge. Your handle is going to be, if we put the back spacer in there, we're going to be looking at about 5 inches overall, which is a pretty good length. So you're looking at 8 1/2 inches. Is that a large knife? In my opinion, yes. It is also a heavy knife. You can feel the heft of this knife, and you know it's going to be a tough knife, and I love that. If we put that against the Presidio, which I say always is considered a large size knife, you see that it is comparable in size. If we put it next to the Bug Out, which I do consider to be a small, medium, or medium-sized knife, you can see that this definitely is a large knife. Now, I am not a huge large knife carrier. I don't always carry large knives, but I have been getting into A Therapeutic Edge's collection, And I have found that there's some of the larger knives that I actually really enjoy because of how it feels in hand. If it's really comfortable, so even if it is a larger knife, if it's really comfortable, then I will carry it. Now, looking at this, you can see you got a little over an inch hanging out the back of my hand. If you're looking that way, if you're looking this way, you have nothing out the back. So to me, I think it's more the girth of the blade, the width of the blade, which makes it seem like it is so much bigger. But functionality and fit and finish and feel in hand is just phenomenal. I'm absolutely loving this one. Weight-wise, we are looking at a heavy knife. So let's bring the scale out here. And I know I haven't been doing this for you guys as far as doing grams, but I know some of you, like to know that. So I'm going to start doing that more. We are looking at 6.4 ounces. By all means, it is to me, a heavy knife. If we want to talk about grams, we are looking at 181 grams. Okay. That is a heavy knife. If we want to compare that to, say, the Presidio is only 142. So you can see that this really is a large knife. As I said, though, the comfort factor in this knife, even though this one is large, I would definitely drop this in my pocket. I would definitely carry it. Now, it's not always going to fit in my, little lady pockets because they are tiny. But this is one that I would actually even carry on my waistband. I don't always just carry knives for just an everyday use. There are times when I go out and I do a lot of walking for exercise. So I do go out and I walk what's called the Iron Horse Trail, which is by our house. And sometimes when you're walking on that trail, there are no lights. It's very dark. I will actually pick up a bigger, heavier knife and I will walk with that, especially if I don't have my dog, because I want something that I can use that's going to help protect me. And this is definitely something that's going to work. Now, even if I'm not stabbing somebody, which, is not something I'd want to do, because of the girth and weight in this, it would be great to have this just to hit somebody with. And I know this is terrible. I shouldn't be saying this, but this is definitely a knife that I feel is all around good in so many ways, because it's going to be good for your everyday carry. It is functional, it is useful, and it's going to be a good hard use knife. It is also something that I feel as women can carry as something for protection. I'm a huge believer in women protecting themselves. I mean, really go out there and take some self-defense classes and learn how to defend yourself. This would definitely be a great one for that use only. And I don't usually go into this tangent, but, ladies, you need to protect yourself too. You definitely do. And this is just a phenomenal cleaver style blade. The comfort level of this one is just awesome. The fidget factor, it's so smooth. And of course, that's going to have to do with the fact that it is running on bearings. You can get knives that are on washers that can also run that smoothly. But this is one that for the price, like I said, it is only $68.99. This is probably something that I would go ahead and pick up. And if I don't pick it up for myself, I would probably go ahead and pick it up for my husband. The variations that are coming out are going to be different colors. And I believe there was a green and a blue. I'm not sure what else. But yes, definitely recommend this one. This is another one that we've just acquired recently that I can't wait to take it out and play with it and see what it can do. I mean, it just looks like it's really going to withstand some wear and tear on it. And I really like that. It's dropped. I mean, look at that. It just dropped shut. Isn't that beautiful? Just a great knife. All right, you guys, this has been a review of the CJRB Tigris. As I said, it does run $68.99, which is a great price for this knife. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. It does help the channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you here all the time. As always, feel free to leave me a comment down in the comments section. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time.